Today is Thursday, or as they say in some parts of the world, Tuesday. It's Thursday, and today is the 26th, I believe, right?
Yes,
26th
it
of the month
is.
of March, almost the end of this month already.
Can you believe it?
I cannot believe it. It is moving. In fact, this will be at the end of March, and that's the end of the first quarter.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. My goodness.
I
Wasn't it just
know.
Christmas a couple weeks ago? It sure
You know,
seems like it.
It does seem
My
like
goodness.
it. So the end of the first quarter, and the score is, wait a minute, that's something else. All right.
Yeah, all that March Madness was going
I
on.
know.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, mine too. Yeah. Okay. Who's on today's program?
Let's see. On today's show, we have Miss Cindy Stallard. She is, of course, the occupational health nurse for the city of Goldsboro.
She is.
And then we have a livestock agent. You can tell me a little bit more about who came.
Let me tell you, Stefani Garbacik is the livestock agent for the Cooperative Extension Service here in Wayne County, and she is so sharp. We're going to be talking about the Junior Livestock Show and Sale coming up in April, and man, Stefani's on top of everything. She is ready. She is quick. She has, if you need information about livestock, she can tell you.
Oh, that's awesome.
And she is so excited about this. In fact, I got kind of tickled. She looks like she just got out of the 9th grade.
And she's really just graduated college.
Oh, she's out of college. But she's cute as she can be. But she's
Little fireball.
oh, she's a fireball, and she has got information. She right there. I mean, she's real quick. She's very knowledgeable, and just being out of college, you wouldn't think somebody would be that.
Had that much leadership skills
exactly.
too. Yeah.
And she has the leadership skills. She's
Oh,
very
that's fantastic.
good. Stefani Garbacik.
Well, you'll see all that
right
in
here.
just a few minutes.
That's exactly right. And fish comes to mind for some reason, although that's not a livestock necessarily.
No,
but you
it's
know,
not.
it kind of sort of is here in Wayne County. We have a tilapia farm.
Yes, we do.
We do indeed, but that's something else entirely. Let's not get off track there. The Wayne Shrine Club's Spring Fish Fry is coming up on April 10th. That's a Friday. Lunch at 11, and then dinner begins at 4 p.m. In Mount Olive, you drive through there on Highway 55, right across from Mount Olive Center, across from Food Line and Roses and all that. And the fish is just fantastic. Fried fish, coleslaw, potato salad, hush puppies.
Right.
Right there. Now, if you decide you want to eat in, you can eat in at Herman Park Center. Eat in. Plates are only $8. $8, and the money goes to support the Shriners here in Wayne County.
Absolutely. They do some mighty fine things for young children in our community.
That they certainly do. They have several projects they work on, and the money is just it just goes to such good things. The Shriners do fantastic work here, as you say.
Yes.
Again, you can eat in at Herman Park Center or drive through Herman Park. Those hours again, 11 till 2 and 4 till 7 p.m.
Friday, April 10th.
April 10th. That's
Very next
exactly
day's
right.
Pig in the Park.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
Pig in the Park.
That's right.
April 11th.
All right. Well, Wayne, I'm going to give you a little quiz. How about that?
You're gonna what?
Are you ready to be tested? I'm giving you a little
For
food
what?
quiz.
Oh.
This is a food quiz.
Oh well.
Let's
okay.
see how much
All
about
right.
food you know.
Well, I don't. I'm not. There's a.
You eat it.
I do.
Let's see how much you know about it.
Okay.
Okay?
Let's find out.
Now,
All right.
hold on. Here
What
we
do
go.
got?
Let's
Do I
see.
need a number 2 pencil?
I don't think so.
Okay.
This is a verbal quiz.
Oh, verbal.
Verbal quiz.
Well, we just had the verbal equinox, you know, and we went into spring, so that's something else. That's something else.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Pay attention closely.
Huh?
What food group has the highest level of protein? Now, this is a multiple choice.
Oh, thank
What
goodness.
food group has the highest level of protein?
I was going to say Minneapolis.
Well, hold your britches.
Oh,
Bread,
bread.
vegetables,
Yeah.
meat, or fruit?
Protein.
What food group has the highest levels of protein?
Probably. Do you have the answers?
No. I just noticed that. You give me a quiz and don't give me the answers. Thank you so very, very much. Wow.
Okay. I think
We're not good enough. It's right or wrong.
first answer.
How you doing?
Well, because you take my word for it.
Okay.
First answer is meat.
I would say ding, 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 yes.
Yeah, okay. And that's the question number 1. We'll continue with the rest of the test after I find the answers
Yes.
and hand them to you.
Yes, we will. How about
Oh,
that?
how about that? Today is the 26th. It is Make Up Your Own Holiday
Oh, I like that.
Day.
I like
do
that.
too,
I
yeah.
like that.
Hey.
I need to think on it, what
It's
holiday I'd like.
Kim Day. Woo.
Woohoo!
Woo. It's also Purple Day, and it's spinach.
Well, you got a purple tie on. Good for you. You
Oh,
thought
yeah.
about it.
Hey, how about that?
Hey.
No, I didn't think about it. I just guessed. No, I didn't even. Anyway, it's also Legal Assistance Day. So if you're a
Fantastic.
legal assistant, it is your day. I hope you're wearing purple. There you go.
Well, guess what? Let's go to our interviews and hear what they've got to tell us about.
Okay. And our guest is Stefani Garbacik of the Wayne County Extension Office. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. Now, you weren't here last year. You didn't get here to Wayne County until just after the show and sale.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now the Junior Livestock Show and Sale is set for when?
This year it'll be April 8th and 9th. It's a Wednesday and a Thursday.
All right, well, that's great. Now, tell us, who's involved with the Junior Livestock Show and Sale?
This is any youth in Wayne County or who's in 4-H in the surrounding county that says they're, a Wayne 4-H participant, ages 5 to 18. So it's a wide range of kids, and basically, anybody who's interested signs up, registers, gets an animal, raises it, and
so while they're more than likely attached to an organization like 4-H or something like that, they don't have to be.
They don't have to be. It's as long as they're a county resident.
All right, and these you say 5 to 14? And we actually
5 to 18.
5 to 18. We actually have 5-year-olds participating in this.
Yes.
And very strongly, too, I must say.
Yes.
They're very serious about this.
Yes, and they're so excited about it because, they watch their older siblings or, older friends or cousins go through it. And so when they finally hit that age that they can do it, they get really excited and really serious.
Now, what kind of livestock are we talking about for 5-year-olds? What do they normally?
Normally, it'd be a goat for a 5-year-old. It's a small enough animal. It doesn't need a whole lot of space or a whole lot of, they can feed it themselves.
We're not talking about just some old goat, are we?
Right,
no. We're talking about real goats.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, stop that. Okay, but we're talking goats usually for young.
Usually,
but they can have anything
they could have a hog also.
Oh, a hog,
yeah.
Okay.
Yep. The only one that's restricted to the older kids would be a steer or a heifer, just because they're bigger. So we want them to be about 9 years old before they start that.
They could get a little hard to handle.
Yeah, they can be hard-headed for sure.
Hard-headed for
Yes.
sure. Okay, now how long have you been a livestock agent?
Well, May 1st it'll be a year.
1 year.
Almost.
And
yeah.
you're staying really, really busy here.
I am. Definitely.
All right, now, and I want to get back to the show and sale here in just a moment, but tell me about the livestock situation in Wayne County. Are we a big livestock county? Are we a small livestock county, or are we just average?
We're a relatively big one here in North Carolina. Obviously, Duplin and Sampson are a little bit bigger in hogs, but we are 4th in the county in in the state in hogs. Yes, the 4th county for hogs. We're real big in our turkey and chicken processing.
We are.
Our cattle numbers are a little bit lower. If you look at cattle numbers, the western part of the state has a lot more, but that includes your dairies. So obviously we have one major dairy here, and a couple people have some milking animals. And a goat dairy, obviously.
A goat dairy.
Yes, that's a big thing. Yeah.
That is, and that's a big one too. The goat dairy.
Yes, it is. It's unusual. People like to go see it. They like to get that cheese. They like to taste it, and then they buy a bunch and take it home and share it with everybody they know.
Now, when you were 10 years old, did you say, "Hey, Mom, when I grow up, I want to be a livestock agent"?
I did not.
I didn't think so.
No, nope. I actually wanted to be a vet.
Did you really?
Yes.
A veterinarian. Well, how did you get into this?
I went through school. High school and everything, the plan was to be a large animal vet, so I did want to work with livestock species, just more as far as a vet aspect. Got to NC State and got into some research with a professor up there, some swine research, and I got really interested in that. And after talking to him and going through some of the classes and some experiences my freshman year, I kind of figured out vet school probably wasn't the place for me. It just didn't seem like as good of a fit as I thought it would be, which is kind of, it's a big switch going your whole life thinking you want to be a vet, I'm going to be a vet, and then you get through your freshman year of college and it's like, oh, now what am I going to do? So.
Okay, well, that's interesting, very interesting.
Yeah.
So where's home originally? Where are you from?
I grew up in Fayetteville.
Oh, Cumberland County girl, yeah.
Yep, my parents are still there.
Okay, well, we're glad you're here.
I'm glad to be here.
Well, let's get back to the livestock show and sale, junior livestock show and sale, again, ages 5 to 18. What's the cutoff date to register for this?
It was January 22nd.
Okay.
We want them to have their animals about 75 days before the actual show, to make sure they're really working with it and really have that experience so that they don't get into the show ring and have no clue what's going on.
So it's set. Whatever's is going to be in the show
Is already registered.
That's already
Yep.
done.
Yep.
All right, and again, the date on this is what?
April 8th and 9th.
And I'll tell you what, the last one we had last year, just before you got here, was just absolutely fantastic. There's a tremendous amount of participation
Yes.
by young Wayne County folks here, and they do an amazing job. You want to see some talented kids that are able to handle these livestock, and really,
Yes.
hogs and even goats are difficult to handle.
They
at times.
can be,
But these 5, 6, and 7-year-olds can just handle
Yes.
it. They do.
Yes.
So you need to see this, and it's at the Wayne Regional Agricultural Fairgrounds.
Yes.
Is there an admission charge for spectators?
No, it'll be free, and the goat show will start at 6 on that Wednesday, so April 8th.
April
It'll be
8th
the goat show
at
at
6
6.
p.m. All right.
And then the cattle shows will follow that, and then April 9th will be that morning, 9 a.m. will be the hog show.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope to see you out there. I'll be
Oh,
out there.
I'll be out there for
I
sure.
know you will, and I hope they're out there as
Me
well.
too.
All right. Stefani Garbacik, the livestock agent for Wayne County Extension, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Hi, and welcome to the city of Goldsboro. I'm Kim Best. We're here today to talk about the Hunger Initiative that we have developed here with the city of Goldsboro. We're looking for partners to be a part of this new program. We're joining me in the studio today. I have Shacole Simpson. She is the Community Development Administrator. I have Chuck Allen, one of our councilmen. Actually, he's Mayor Pro Tem. And of course, I have our Mayor, Al King, joining us here to discuss the Hunger Initiative. Good afternoon, everybody. Glad to have you here together.
How are you?
I'm fantastic.
Great.
So we've got a new program that the city is just sort of putting together, but we're looking for others to come and be a part of this new program, this Hunger Initiative.
Yes.
Now, do we have an official name?
Yes, it will be the Child Nutrition Outreach and Education Program.
Fantastic.
That's a mouthful.
It
Yes,
certainly
it
is.
is.
It certainly
but
is.
it is what it is.
That's right. But we know it's about hunger and feeding the children
Yes.
of our community. Mayor, do you want to tell us how this got started, you and Chuck,
Yeah.
why this even came about?
Yeah, I'd be glad to. I remember getting a report at one of our council pre-briefings about child school age and children of all ages, especially students who were not being fed, who were hungry most of the time, and the fact that in many instances there were kids who only got food at school, breakfast and lunch, and when they went home they didn't get any food, which meant of the weekend there's no school, and these kids were not getting food at all. So there were an awful lot of hungry children in Goldsboro and Wayne County, and I think the percentage was something like 60% or
Oh,
out
my
of
goodness.
sight. It just, I couldn't believe it. And when I heard that, I knew that something's wrong with this picture, and we can do better than that. Goldsboro and Wayne County can do better than that. And we started talking about it and decided we were going to do something about it. And Chuck here was very much interested in it as well, and I don't know if he knows it, but he is the unofficial official chairman of this program.
Your new title.
Yeah, and he's done a fantastic job. I knew that there should be and would be support, because anyone in Goldsboro who is a part of our society would not support the fact that there should be hungry kids in Goldsboro, Wayne County.
Absolutely.
I knew that. So I'm just really pleased and proud of the support and the way that the community just embraced this as their own, and they want to do something about it and to help. Churches, schools, it's been awesome. And I have just sort of been along for the ride watching this thing, and you guys, I want you to know that I am so proud of what you've done, and Chuck's done a fantastic job. He's got a lot of other stuff to do, but boy, he jumped right on this thing, and he's riding this horse like it's never been rode before. And
Well, you know,
thank
you all have made it a priority, obviously.
Yes.
You've made it very much a
Absolutely.
priority.
It is a priority for me, for the council, for our staff, for everybody, and I think our community is making it a priority.
Yes.
And because of that, this will be a successful program. I know it will.
Well, Shakole, I know you came before the council and you gave them statistics and various things, and I think it opened all of our eyes.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's when I first got it, when she gave those statistics.
And it was very alarming to know that over 4,000 of the 7,025 Goldsboro students receive free or reduced lunch.
That's-
You know, and it's based off their family income. That means
Right.
that those children households are, you know, their income is close or below the poverty limits.
Right.
And
Right
those
here in Wayne County.
Yes, and those children are most likely to be in homes that are experiencing food insecurity, which means they're, as the mayor said, they're going without a meal or more a day.
Did I do something about this? My wife was director of federal programs for years, Wayne County School System, and she was involved in this, and she talked about it. I had no idea it was this severe. And maybe it's gotten worse, I don't know.
Right. Well, Chuck, I know it's a huge passion for you. As soon as she was giving the statistics, you were one of the first ones to speak up and say, we've got to do something about it. So where does that passion come from for you? Why is it so important?
It's just like everybody. There's no, I believe charity begins at home. There's no reason to have hungry kids. What I will say is Shakole and the community affairs sector did a lot of research. We found out some of the numbers they've just told you, and we just really believe Goldsboro is better than that. So what we did is we went to the school system, met with them several times. They kind of confirmed, and they did, and I want to emphasize there are a lot of people feeding a lot of people. There's
Right.
a lot of people
Yeah,
doing a lot of
already
good things.
doing it.
And we found all that. Most of it deals with adults.
Right.
The school system's feeding the kids during the week, and as you know, the weekends, and they're coming to school on Monday, and they can't focus.
they're hungry.
Because they're hungry. And you know, we're better than that as a community, and that's what at the council level we said. So we decided, what can we do? Well, there's 11 schools in the central attendance area, so we met with the school system and figured out where do we need to have these programs, and they said we need to have it at Dillard Academy and Wayne Middle Schools. Is that the right word?
Wayne Academy.
Wayne Academy and Dillard
Okay,
Middle School. I
okay.
get them backwards. Okay, so anyway, they feel like that's where the emphasis should be for now, as far as getting the kids there.
Right.
That's where the most of the population is and all that. So what we said is, well, we're going to have a trial program because we want to see what the need is. We know that we're at 75% free and reduced lunch. We don't know how many of these kids will come to the program,
Right.
how many that kind of thing. So
Even if it's available, we don't know how
Yeah,
many
even
will
if
get
it's
there.
available,
We don't
it's
know,
like-
not sure about the transportation.
That's right.
If the parents can get them there.
we also found out there's a lot of state grants and a lot of other monies that can be applied to a program like this, but we have to go through a lot to get to that point. So
Okay.
we said, let's, for this year, do a pilot program. So we're going to start on March the 13th, and we're going to go every Saturday, every Sunday from 3 to 5 at both locations from March 13th to June
Okay.
7th when school's out. And I want to also say, in the summertime, the city and other folks have feeding programs too. So,
Okay.
so the only place we seem to be real weak with children are on weekends.
Yes.
And so
Okay.
I think that's important.
So it's
to-
every Saturday.
It's every Saturday, every Sunday from 3 to 5 at
Wow.
both locations. Our goal is to feed 300 children at each location each day. So that'd be
Okay.
600 children
Wow.
on Saturday, 600 children on Sunday. You know, is 200 going
gracious.
to show up? Is 600 going to show up?
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
know.
Right,
So
right.
but based on the school system and the information they gave us, we think 300 is a good
Okay.
average to shoot for. So based on that, starting March 14th, which by the way is in 2 weeks.
Yes.
You know, we're going to start this at both Dillard and Wayne Academy.
Okay.
And so what we've been doing is going out to the public and I'm telling you, as the mayor said, the outpour has been really awesome. We've been asking for money. We've been asking for volunteers. The other side of this, obviously the goal is to feed the children, but the other side is to let the children know there's some really good people in this world that care about them.
Absolutely.
That the way out of poverty is an education.
Right.
And we want them to do whatever, meet these people, see these people, and know that there's a way out of this. And,
Right.
and that's hugely, and school is their way out right now. So that's important. So that's the other half of I'll call it the educational piece.
Right,
of feeding.
absolutely.
So-
If the children are fed and they're full, they're going to be a
Yeah.
lot more able to focus and pay attention to what they need to at school.
Very
Yes.
good.
You're exactly
That's
right.
They can't focus.
Yeah, that's
Who
right.
can?
Just can't focus.
That's right. yeah.
And
Okay.
there's so much tied into hunger with, the issue of their health, mental, and developmental growth. So,
Oh,
if
absolutely.
we can assist in this area, there's so much improvement when they're, for a child in that situation.
A lot of us just take for granted that everybody's got enough food
Right.
in Goldsboro, Wayne County. You really do. But boy, how wrong we are when we think that.
And tell us one more time the statistics.
As I said, out of the Goldsboro students, which there is a total of 7,025, there are more than 4,000 that receive free reduced lunch.
Wow.
And
Wow.
we're not saying each one of those 4,000 students
Right.
are going without a meal, but that number is
percentage
percentage-wise, that number is alarming.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Especially when you think about that this number is based off of a family's income.
Right.
We would not believe that had you not told us. I would have never thought that.
Right.
Well, we've got quite a few people that are companies and agencies that have already come on board. We're so excited about such support that we've had, but we're looking more.
Yeah, well,
we need more.
let me tell you where we are. There's two things I want to be sure. One, we need to get the word to the kids, and that's one of
Right.
the reasons we're doing this is we want to be sure the kids know about the program. The second thing is that it's equally important. Every Saturday or every Sunday, every time it costs about $1,000. So
Okay.
each meal is $1,000. So that's $4,000 a weekend that we're
spending.
Not to mention, you need volunteers. You need 6 to 8 volunteers at each location. So that's 24 to 32 volunteers each weekend.
Okay.
And that's a lot of commitment.
Yes, it
from a lot
is.
of
It's
people.
huge.
But we have really, from all the civic groups we've been to, the church, nobody has told us no. Everybody said we're
Wow.
going to do something, and they're now starting to do something. One thing I think is real important, if you want to give money, we have gone through the Wayne Charitable Partnership and set
Okay.
up a 501c3, so that way your money can be, as a taxable donation, because that's important to some folks, and we're working that angle now. But there's just, I really believe, based on what I see, that this program will be hugely successful. We'll get it through the summer. At the end of the summer, we'll evaluate, or beginning of the summer, we'll evaluate what we did good, what we did
Right.
bad, who, was it beneficial, and then we can figure it out for next year, and that's when we'll turn it over to Nicole.
Yes.
And she can, but it's
The toughest job is getting it started.
Yeah, the
Oh, right.
toughest thing
Getting
Of
it
course.
rolling.
I
And
never
once-
realized how hard it would be to feed some kids. I
Yes.
mean, I'm just
Yes.
telling you, there's a lot to it,
It is.
and just the coordination of it and trying
Right.
to do it. But I think we're right there at it, and I think hopefully it'll be a hugely successful program, and it'll make a difference in their lives. And really, it'll make a difference in our lives, because
Absolutely.
I mean,
Yes.
nothing's better, makes you feel better than doing something like this.
Well, we do know that if community people, if agencies, if others want churches, if others want to get involved and they want to help fund this program, how do they go about doing that?
Well, they can definitely reach out to us through the city website or contacting one of our 2 departments, the Community Affairs or Community Development Department. Any of us will take their information, what they would like to donate, and direct them from there.
Perfect.
And
Okay.
they certainly feel to call me. They call the mayor. Chicole's going to be a lot easier to get up with.
Right.
But whoever they know they
We
want
can
to
get you in the right
call the
direction.
city manager's
Yeah,
office.
council members.
Yeah,
but
council
these are the
members,
people we ask that they call
Yeah.
first. But if
Right.
they forget that, they know their council member, they know their neighbors, or
Yeah.
anybody. So they can always call me.
But we need help. We need more assistance. We need
Absolutely.
volunteers.
Absolutely.
If you're not wanting to give monies, you can also give your time.
That's
We're going to need a tremendous
Yes.
amount of
a
volunteers.
huge amount of
Or
volunteers.
even if there's a local church organization that has a van that they would like to do transportation for us.
Good point.
Oh, God,
Fantastic.
And a lot of
we're
our
so
churches
just
have vans.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and that's a concern, because if we're giving these meals away, but the kids don't have a way to get
get
there,
there.
if
That's
children
And
don't have the
you gotta get them
transportation,
there.
then
And
that could be a
churches can
problem, a barrier.
really help us with that. Yeah.
So we're looking for others in the community to come on board, be a part of this. There are other community agencies right now that are feeding the adults, as you said earlier.
think so.
Lots of good things going on, but we're focusing on the children in our community, in Goldsboro and Wayne County.
Right.
And we've got multiple partners already, but we need many, many more. So we're asking for that help. We're asking for other
We
partners.
can't have too much help.
Absolutely.
We can't
Absolutely
have
not
too
have
much
too much
help.
help.
It's just that
Well,
simple.
it sounds like the ball is rolling. You all had the foresight to jump on this. Listen, we've got it started. We're just now trying to promote and make sure others in the community know. We want the children to come March 14th,
13th.
13th and
Saturday
14th.
the 13th. Dillard Academy, Dillard Middle School and Wayne Academy. And if there's any questions, she's got all the information.
And the times again?
3 to 5.
3 to 5 for those 2 hours, Saturday and Sunday at both of those locations, starting March 13th. Kids can come, get a healthy, hot meal both days.
Awesome.
We invite them to come. Parents out there, we want you to know what's happening. This is what the city and many partners have come together. This is the Hunger Initiative, trying to feed the children in our community. If you want to find out more about it, look at the city's website at goldsboronc.gov. You can click on Community Affairs or Community Development to find out more. And this is what's happening in your community.
Our guest today is Cindy Stallard, the occupational health nurse with the city of Goldsboro. Hey!
Hey!
How are you?
Great, thank you.
It's so good to see you again.
Thanks.
You always bring interesting information to us here. So what's today? What are we talking about?
Well, we have two things coming up with the City of Goldsboro employees. The first one is the second annual Biggest Loser.
The Biggest Loser?
The Biggest Loser. Last year we had 44 people in the program and lost lots of pounds.
Well, how about that? We just put that up on the screen there so that, now this is a little flyer that tells, what does this tell us?
Tells us when it starts. It'll be starting April 1st.
Okay.
There's a $10 fee that's non-refundable that goes into the prize money. And we'll be finishing up 12 weeks later on June 24th.
So I take it this is going to be just like the TV show.
Yeah, except for you don't see all that stuff going on. Everybody's working hard to
Well,
lose their weight.
Yeah, you're not going to see all that stuff.
Right.
So who can participate in this? Who's this for?
Anybody, city-wise. And
Open
we're,
to the public
well,
in the city.
we are opening it to spouses of city employees.
It's open for city employees
Right.
and spouses of city employees.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, now, so
Sometimes it's more fun to have somebody at home that can encourage you and work together on losing weight and things like that.
is that how it's supposed to work?
Sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes.
All right, so we've got the Building Healthier employees, the City of Goldsboro employees, invited to take part in the Biggest Loser.
Right.
When does it start?
April 1st.
April Fool's Day.
That's right. And on April 1st also we have another program. It's going to be a 10,000 step challenge.
Walking,
Right.
10,000 steps.
Yep. And we have Darren from our IT department is putting together an app that will help everybody keep up with their steps, and it'll show you the highest step of the day, all
Really?
kinds of things. Yeah, he's very clever.
All right. Now, there's a picture of Herman Park, or something that looks like it.
Right.
People
Right.
out there walking, having a good time.
Yeah.
Why do we need to be walking anyway? Isn't that a waste of time? Come
no,
on.
it's not.
It's not?
No, it's
Why?
good for your health. It raises your HDL, which is your healthy cholesterol,
Yeah, I need that, yeah.
and it'll help bring down your lousy cholesterol.
Your lousy cholesterol, your LDL.
Right.
It helps bring that down.
Yes, it does. It
Well,
kind
mine's
of
too
takes
high.
yours to back to the liver, and
I always wanted to go back to the liver.
That's right.
In fact, I come from a family of long livers.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
They-
The other thing I
but on a
wanted,
serious note, getting back to this, but it's
Right.
important that people walk.
it is definitely, and last year our city manager did a policy change to allow people to walk 15 minutes during their workday.
Oh,
So-
really?
Yes. So that's
Well, isn't that neat?
it is very nice.
Now, where do
Yeah.
they walk? I guess they walk
Usually
around town.
around, yeah, exactly. They got 15 minutes. You can go pretty far if you're moving at a good clip,
If you're moving at 4 miles an hour, that's a mile in 15 minutes.
right? The other thing I wanted to talk to you a little about is about just being safe when people are walking. It's warming up and people are going to be outside.
Yeah.
So make sure you wear good, comfortable shoes. Stay in a lighted area if it's dark out. A lot of people like to wear their earbuds and listen to their music, but make sure you can still hear the traffic around you.
Yeah, that can be dangerous, can't it?
Very so.
Yeah, very much so. And so if you're wearing, and should you wear, if it's dark, of course, try to wear light-colored clothing, reflective colored. if you
Reflective,
can.
yeah, it's very good.
Yeah,
Stay on the sidewalks, off the roads.
yeah. And if you're on the roads,
Yeah, if you
stay
don't-
off the road. But if you don't have a choice,
Right.
face
Well,
traffic.
And walk during the daylight.
Yeah, okay, well, that makes
So,
sense.
yeah,
See, I'm learning here.
you're doing good.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, the Biggest Loser for Goldsboro City employees coming up on April 1st.
Right.
And is there a cutoff date on the
Registration.
registration?
It'll be April 1st.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
right up until the day of the event.
Yeah.
So you have until June 24th
To
Right.
lose your weight. Yeah.
to lose your weight.
It's a 12-week program, so we hope to establish some lifelong changes in how people eat and exercise.
Oh boy. So once you get into the habit, you're hoping that they'll stick with that habit.
Correct.
So how long does it take to get out of a habit of something? Once you, if you say, well, I'm going to stop this, I'm going to stop it right now, I'm going to lose weight, but I need to stop this first. Let's say if I like moon pies, and I eat a moon pie 4 times a day,
Oh my gosh.
and let's say if I'm addicted to them and I have to stop, how long does it take to get that out of your system?
Well, For the sugars that are in that, probably 24 hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's not too bad.
No, but you might have a headache
Yeah.
just giving them up.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a headache just thinking about it. Anyway, all right.
So
All right, the last weigh-in is on June 24th. There's a midpoint.
that's correct. We're doing a midpoint. So last year we had a weigh-in every week. That was difficult for people to get to.
Yeah.
So this one has a beginners, midpoint, and the end.
Okay.
So it should be better.
All right, again, the date, April 1st. So how does the city employees,
There's
cash prize will be split between 2 winners
Yep, female and male.
and male. Each winner will receive a half day off.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's why they have to be a city employee.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, people out of Goldsboro Milling, they don't get a half a day
No,
off.
they won't.
Okay, so that's
No, they
something
won't.
entirely different. They have to have their own
You're right, at their own place.
Biggest Loser at their own place.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
All right, more prizes on the way, so this is great for city employees.
yes.
We do have a problem with weight here in this country
We do,
and in Wayne
definitely.
County.
Yeah.
We have a problem with it.
We do, and it's making more problems for those people.
Health-wise, it can be serious.
Yeah.
All right, so starting now. And you're never too old to start, are you? I mean, look
No.
at me. I'm old.
You're not old. You're just gray, like
Okay.
me.
All right, I'm just gray. Yeah. All right, second annual Biggest Loser contest, April 1st. And how do people contact you? Or
They
how do
can, the revenue office or department will have the registrations,
Okay,
so they can pick them up there.
the City Department of Revenue.
Yeah,
All right, and everybody knows where that is.
yeah.
Everybody
All
with the City of Goldsboro.
That's right.
All right, Cindy
All right.
Stallard, the occupational health nurse with the city. Thank
you, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, we continue with the program. Today is the 26th of March. It is a Thursday, and oh boy,
Oh boy.
time marches on,
Yes, it does.
the man said.
It's marched right on till
Ma-
it's time for you a test.
You know, we started this a few minutes ago,
Yes,
and I
we
really
did.
messed up and didn't give you the answers to the test. But
That's okay.
So you found something else?
Yes, we have something called distance and measurements test. So I hope you got your math skills going today.
I didn't bring my slide rule with me.
Well, this all comes out of the braino. So let's see if you can
Well,
remember all this.
Then we know we're in trouble already. All right.
All right, let's see. Now
Okay.
think back to your, your geometry and algebra kind of days.
Minneapolis.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
All right. How many inches are in 1 foot? How many inches are in a foot?
Well, that
foot.
would have to be 12.
Ding, ding, ding.
Whoa.
Okay.
That's
That's correct.
I'm a ding ding.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Oh, this one's a little more tough now. We're getting on in there. 1 mile is how many kilometers? 1 mile is how many kilometers? Like you're supposed to know that. You have no idea? Or do you?
Let's go back to the first question. All right, how many miles are in a kilometer?
I mean, I wouldn't know that, other than the fact I have the answers in front of me.
Oh, okay.
That makes it so much simpler.
Okay.
You give up?
Yeah, of course I do.
1.6.
1.6
Like we were supposed to know
miles
that.
in a kilometer.
Yep.
Oh,
All right, here's
okay.
it. This is a little easier.
Okay.
How many ounces are in 1 cup?
How big is a cup?
A standard cup.
Oh, a standard cup.
How many ounces are in 1 cup?
So
Like a
is that like a-
measuring
is
cup.
that like a
No,
cup
it's like
of-
a measuring cup.
Oh.
Yes. How many
Oh.
ounces are in there? I'll give you a hint.
50.
It's 1 through 10.
Oh, okay.
1 through 10.
Okay. Okay, it's 1 through 10.
Yes.
1,
How many ounces are in 1 cup?
10.
Down.
10.
8.
10.
8.
10.
Sit up.
Huh?
All right, we're going to make it even tougher for you. Bless your heart. All right, now listen carefully.
Okay.
32 degrees Fahrenheit is what temperature in Celsius?
Where's Celsius?
Come on
Is that
now.
like South Dakota?
Yeah.
I've never been to Celsius, South
30
Dakota.
32 degrees Fahrenheit is what temperature in Celsius?
I've heard of fair and young.
Come on now.
32 degrees.
I'll give you a hint. It's between 0 and 5.
5.
Come on, Wayne.
Come.
0. I mean, I wouldn't have known either. I wouldn't have remembered.
Oh, okay.
0. We hadn't been to school in a while.
Well, yeah, they didn't have. Well,
Ooh,
they did.
they
yeah,
did. It's just been a long
I
time.
wish I could remember.
I believe we might want to put this test down.
Well, that's okay. What do you have? Yeah, that's okay.
We'll do some more tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll
All
do
right,
some more
We'll
tomorrow.
do some more tomorrow.
Yes, we will. We might study a little bit overnight.
What are you going to study?
I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Dance for Christ, don't forget, this is the last weekend that you have an opportunity to see this production. They're offering it Friday night, twice on Saturday, in the afternoon at 1:30, that evening at 7, and then again on Sunday at 3 o'clock. It is fantastic. It is a one-of-a-kind production. Patricia O'Quinn Warren, who runs the artistic productions company here in our community, has a fantastic group of dancers, and they're putting that on this weekend. Your last opportunity. You don't want to miss it. Paramount Theater.
There you go. Birthdays today. James Caan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the big-time actor. He was in The Godfather and 800 other movies. He's 75 today. Diana Ross, the singer, she is 71 today.
Wow.
Can you believe that? Johnny
71.
Crawford. You know what Johnny Crawford is? He was Mark McCain in the TV show The Rifleman. And I cannot believe he's 69 years old today.
Wow.
Ernest Lee Thomas. Ernest Thomas, you know who that is?
Who is that?
Well, he was Rerun's best friend.
Oh,
Ernest Lee,
really?
yeah, he played Roger
On
on
Good
What's
Times.
Happening.
Oh,
What's
well,
Happening?
wrong show.
Yeah, wrong show, another show.
Yeah.
But he did do a little bit on Good Times
Did he?
too.
Okay.
Yeah, he was there for a while. But Ernest Lee Thomas is Roger, and Raj is having a
used to
birthday.
love that
He's
show. It was
six-
so
I
funny.
know, it was hilarious.
Yes, it was.
66. 66.
Wow.
Jennifer Grey
Yes.
was the co-star. You know who that is?
Yeah, she was in
Co-star.
Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing.
Yeah, she was Baby. in
That's
Dirty
exactly
Dancing.
right.
Of
Oh,
course,
you're
don't
good.
put Baby in the corner.
That's it.
That's one of my favorite movies. What you talking about?
I love it. She's 55 today.
Really?
Billy Warlock was Flip on Happy Days, Eddie on Baywatch, A.J. Quartermain on General Hospital, Frankie Brady on Days of Our Lives,
goodness.
Ben Hollander on Young and the Restless, Anthony Blackthorne on As the World Turns, and Ross Rayburn on One Life to Live. You see a pattern?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's done all the soaps.
He's 54. Also birthday today for Larry Page, who was one of the co-founders and CEO of Google. He is 42. We have
That's hard to believe.
Natalia Livingston, who was Taylor Walker on Days of Our Lives just a few years ago. Sarah Jean Underwood, a model and actress on TV, is 31. And Jonathan Groff, Jesse St. James on Glee,
Yes.
and voice of Kristoff in the movie Frozen.
Oh, wow.
He is 30 today.
My
And
goodness.
there you go.
Well,
And
guess
that's-
what?
What?
That's it.
Already? We just got here.
I know.
I know. Okay, we got to go. We'll do it again tomorrow. We'll see
That's
you on
right.
Friday at
Join
7
us for
a.m.
Fabulous Friday.
Fabulous Friday. Okay, we'll be here, right here, and I hope you're right there. So let's do this again. Tomorrow, 7 a.m., right here. Until then, on Wayne Goldsboro Television, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best, and this is what's happening in your community.